The two-day African Critical Minerals Summit has got underway in Fourways, Johannesburg today. The event aims to drive initiatives that ensure the beneficiation of Africa's rich mineral resources on the continent, benefiting local communities and economies. SABC News reporter Katlego Legodi has more.
Day one of the 2025 African Critical Minerals Summit well underway as we see the organization just gathering various of the role players from the continent to put African criticals minerals under the spotlight. So today we see various of those role players already talking beneficiation. There are areas of exploration that are being spoken of here. But how do we ensure that we support and push investments into just getting and coming through with technology that will ensure that we get the best out of this mineral? So here we're talking about minerals like your lithium, we're talking about minerals like your manganese that are under the spotlight here, and we hear that globally there is a demand here. So how do we ensure that South Africa and Africa positions itself for this demand? I'm going to bring into the conversation with us this afternoon Mr. Fred Arendse, who's joining us from the Junior Mining Council, who'll just give us a sense of the importance of having the third installment just take stock of where we find ourselves in terms of the critical minerals. We are told, and we've been told over time, that we are well endowed. Are we getting the best out of these minerals? Welcome to the SABC.
Thank you very much. Yeah, correct. This is the third installment of this very important initiative, and I'm quite pleased with the progress that we've been making. I mean, we're having the right conversations, and very importantly, there's now some action that we've been seeing comparing, 2025 and when this initiative was started. So yes, and Africa is well endowed with critical minerals, but also all other minerals. And the important thing that this summit brings together the entire continent. It's not just South Africa, because as you know, our entire continent is well endowed. So I'm very pleased, with the level of engagements and the various role players that are here today and tomorrow.
We are told here that there's a need now more than ever to streamline strategies to ensure that each and every country on the continent just more or less is in synergy with a strategy that will come from all of these engagements that we are seeing being held here. And in terms of policy, what is your thinking around how far we've moved, or we still have a long way to go, especially when you look at the continent?
Yeah, I think from a policy perspective, it's my view that we have enough policies in place. What's important is actually to action those policies and to find those synergies. And here we need to thank Donald Trump, the president of America, that has actually put a lot of pressure on Africa, and that actually, action everybody into high mode to see how best do we collaborate as a continent and how best do we explore and exploit the minerals that we have. And I think in time, the US and the West will see, the value that we as a continent can create with or without them.
How can we capitalize on this moment, looking at the fact that over time we know that we are an emerging economy as South Africa, and you hear a lot of people saying that we need the world, but the world need us even more, especially when you look at and zoom into the African critical minerals that we are speaking of today. How can we seize the moment, and do you see some of these engagements already moving us towards that?
Yeah, I really think so, and I think there's also a level of maturity. I sincerely wish that we should drop this emerging economy, because I think that our economies across the continent is busy maturing and is ready, to move, the continent to the next level. So I think, what I've been seeing the entire morning, that various stakeholders are ready, to bring us, Africa, to the forefront.
What becomes an avenue? The Africa Continental Trade Area?
One of that. But there's many avenues that we're busy exploring, and I'm looking forward to the next 2 days to expediting and exploring more than that initiative.
So, thank you very much, Mr. Fred Arendse. Just coming through here, you hear him saying that really they have the work cut out for them as they look at ensuring that we get the best out of these critical minerals. And you see them already just putting under the spotlight, opening their portfolios to say that there is greater value. But how do we actually bring about synergy in ensuring that we get the best out of these critical minerals? Very important for technological advancement, but more or less very important as well when you look at the energy transition. I'm Katlego for SABC News in Johannesburg.